Okay, I'm out here in my shop again, working on this piece of oak that I had hollowed out earlier, and I think I'm going to make a lamp out of it. So anyway, it's got three big voids in it. Uh, this one here that I've already filled with resin, and I got this one here, and then I got this one here. So I want to fill these two with resin. I'll show you how I did that. This one, if I show my light there, you can see that it's kind of amber colored, looks kind of nice. I'm planning on having a light inside it too, so that'll show up when the lamp's on. But anyhow, to fill those, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put duct tape over this part, and then I'm going to pour the resin from the inside. That's how I filled this one. It came out really nice. So, and then when I had extra epoxy, so I filled some of these small cracks with it here. Or the whole thing, I epoxied it, but it's really rough and it's kind of bumpy. So you can see these big bumps right here. I'll get a little closer. You know, so that's something that will have to be either sanded down, or I don't want to turn the whole thing because it's a little out of round now since it dried. I don't need to put any more tools on it. So what I'm going to, instead of sanding that, I'm going to show you what I do. It saves a lot of sandpaper and a lot of time. I take an ordinary paint scraper, just a garden variety paint scraper, and I grind it on my grinder, get a nice burr on here, get a nice burr on there, and then I turn the lathe in reverse at a slow speed and just hold that on there, and it peels that stuff right off, and it saves a lot of sandpaper because that resin gums up sandpaper really fast and you could really go through it. So I'm gonna scrape this rest of this off. I scraped this side already, and when you tape this, you want to have a fairly smooth surface because that resin, if there's any possible way for that resin to get through there, it will. So I'm going to scrape this and I'll show you how I do that. So I got the speed set at 350 RPMs. Okay, that worked pretty good. I can go over it a little more maybe. The scraper won't stay sharp very long, but it does a nice job and saves a lot of money on sandpaper. And it saves a lot of dust. So, well, now I'm going to put tape on these voids. These can only do one at a time, obviously, because it has to be right at the bottom. Otherwise, the resin wouldn't stay in there when I pour it. So it's kind of a time-consuming task. When I do this kind of resin work like this, filling voids, I like to have two or three different things to work on at the same time. Then I can, pour two or three things at a time. So another thing I'm working on, let me turn my camera a little bit, is this bowl / lampshade maybe. It's got all these voids in it that I'd like to fill with resin. I did one here already, and that's going to be a time-consuming thing. But like I said, I got two of these oak lampshade things that I want to fill some holes on, so I'll do all three at the same time. I mean, I can only do one hole at a time, maybe two, but anyway, that's what I'm working on today. Okay, I'm ready to mix up a little resin. I'll show you how I do it. I know there's a lot of ways to do it. I take a little throwaway plastic cup, make a little mark on it, measure with my tape measure, and put an R for resin. Then I do the same thing for the hardener. Fill them up to that mark, mix them up, and I got some amber colored dye here. Put a little of that in there. Just going to mix up a small amount because I just got a few small holes I want to fill. Okay, the way I like to do it is I pour my resin into my hardener, then I'll mix that up good, then I'll pour it back into the resin container. Make sure I get all that out of there. Okay, I'm going to pour a little resin in here and fill that void up in this container here. I got some in there now. A little more in there. Okay, that should be plenty in there. Okay, now I want to fill these two holes right here. And then I've got a little spot in this one I want to fill. And then I've got this one here. This is a fairly big hole in that one. I want to fill that one. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, that's all there is to it.